The other thing to remember if you're having a rubbish day whilst going through the no moisture treatment or the topical steroid withdrawal is other people have rubbish days that are unrelated. Having a rubbish day can be completely unrelated to having a skin problem or whatever it is that you have, but you're still allowed to have a rubbish day, and you know, something like this can just be the cherry on top, and it's okay. I feel a lot better after I have eaten. I often feel a lot better after I've eaten. I think especially when you're limiting your fluid intake so much, I think it's so important to make sure that you're eating well and eating good enough. So we just had some chicken, some avocado, new potatoes and some mushrooms. I also had a little Trek protein bar. I love these so much. Oh my gosh, I'm a little bit addicted, but I'm trying not to have too much sugar. And I feel so much better. My head's still really sore, but it's very hard to keep a 9-to-5 job whilst going through something like this. And I think just trying to stay positive is the best way to get through it. And tomorrow is a new day. I have got many meetings to go to, and obviously I'm going to be going like this. There's nothing I can do. There's no point stressing about it because it is what it is. And my best piece of advice is actually that people are so wound up in themselves, and you know, other people do care, but at the same time they don't care so much that it's worth putting you off, you know, making you feel more insecure. I think as well, because obviously you guys will see that I have improved so much, then obviously when you go to work and people haven't seen you and they're like, oh my god, or you meet new people or you meet clients or you go to the gym or whatever, and this is the first time that they see you and they're like, wow, but actually you're like, well actually no, I'm going through a healing process and I'm actually really far on and I'm really far through and I'm doing really well. Then people will be like, oh right, yeah. So I think sometimes you just address the elephant in the room and move on, and then people don't talk about it and neither do you, and then you can get focused on just getting better as opposed to keep going round and round and round and spiraling down. So that's my attitude and that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. This is so tight, really. This has been a very sore day. You can see my lips have been very sore. It's been so hard not to touch them as well, but the lovely thing is that this skin here that's coming through underneath is so soft and so nice. And the more I keep itching, the more angry and infected these bits are getting. So I need to be very diligent tomorrow. I'm going to have another scrubbing session before I go to bed, and yes, tomorrow is a brand new day. If you're feeling in any way the same as me, you will get past it. Another thing I would suggest as well is actually, it's okay to have a crap day. It's okay to just be like, actually, today was crap, and allow yourself to have a moment. But as Beyonce would say, she doesn't ever give herself more than a day to be worried about something because she's too busy moving on from it. And like the other saying, if it won't matter in 5 years, don't give it more than 5 minutes. So this is just a process, and I'm allowed to have a meh day. So if you're having a meh day because you're going through topical steroid withdrawal or the no moisture treatment and you're on the same journey, give yourself a crappy day. But give it one day, then tomorrow back on track. Alexa, skip song. just back from work and been through another day of my no moisture treatment. Starting to feel a lot more positive. I truly think you are your own thoughts, and I just truly believe that this is going to work. If you think it's not going to, it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I believe more than anything that this is eventually going to work. You can see a massive difference in the colour on my face. You can obviously still see an outline of red there. That is probably my own fault because I'm wearing a necklace, but overall you can see the colour going down so much. I don't have such weeping sores anymore. Even my lips starting to clear up. And overall, the elephant skin's starting to go. I probably have had about 3 phases of the sort of like elephanty heavy skin so far. You can see it's starting to come out of my eyebrows. I can start to see my eyebrows a bit more now, and I couldn't be more happy. As you can see, this is very tight, very itchy. I have exfoliated once properly today. Today is probably truly the only day that I have drank. Probably the only day so far that I have the potential to be under 750 mils of water. It's taken me that long because I've been used to drinking huge volumes of water. I would probably drink at 3, 4, nah, maybe more, probably 4 or 5 litres per day usually, and I have had sore heads from doing this, but I think it's a process that you need to sort of gradually up as opposed to just launch in. I can definitely see a difference now though, and I couldn't be happier. A tip at this point would be, I think that although not everything's about looks, I think you really need to keep yourself motivated and keep yourself going. Do your best to make you feel good in other ways, so hence why I've got on really nice earrings. I keep putting on my jewellery, making sure your hair is nice, dressing to impress. I mean, I love wearing beautiful clothes, and certainly when you're going through this and your skin is weeping, it's not optimum to wear white shirts and nice necklaces, stuff like that, because obviously you're weeping. But when you get to this point, it is really nice to just enjoy it, and I believe in the art of power dressing, and certainly I like to put on a suit when I've got meetings and stuff. It makes me feel a bit better, and it makes me feel a little bit less conscious. I mean, a bit less like people are staring at this, because it's, you know, your overall package, and on that you're so much more than what your face or your hands or whatever people can see. I mean, it sounds so cheesy, but it's so true that, you know, someone is attractive for the person that they are, as opposed to, you know, if you've got an ugly personality, you look ugly to people, but if you've got a great personality and you're a kind person, then you're beautiful in so many other ways. So I would just stick to having faith, not only in the process but also in yourself at this point. my. Oh my god. Look at that.
Wow. Very cool. You got just a jacket.
Did I get just the jacket? Oh look, he's got a ski skirt for when I fall.
Needed.
Needed. Yeah, actually needed. Like, Edward, let's not joke too much because I'll break my leg.
No, I don't need to.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Ah! Wow! Oh my god, I freaking love them.
Huh?
Oh my god! Look! Look at that! It keeps going!
Look. Wow, stuff.
Well listen, don't get annoyed with me. I got a deal for spending more money. Yes. Oh wow. Oh man. That's lovely. In case you thought I had enough leopard, think again. One more. It wasn't enough. Got him. I did. Oh my god. Oh, they're lush. They're absolutely lush. Oh my god. Oh, I thought I could put them on my blue trousers. Aren't they? Wow. So Ed and I are just heading to the gym now. It's so important if you're going through the no moisture treatment to keep exercising because it helps to encourage your skin to grow. It also is very therapeutic to sweat. I don't sweat, pour with sweat. I do weight and resistance training, and then cardio I'll just do Stairmaster, so it's like walking, so I don't sweat that much, I don't turn it up that high, and then sometimes I'll just go for a jog with the dog, but I think it's so important to just have the confidence to just go and do it. I often wear a long sleeve just on days where I find it really difficult to show my skin, but at the end of the day you're doing something that's really good for yourself, so if you do feel self-conscious, then just wear something that makes you feel better and still means that you'll still go. I even bought a lovely cap just to sort of hide my face on the days where it really is peeling off and it is red and I feel very self-conscious about it, because it just means that it's just one less thing to bother me, and if it means that there's a chance that you won't go, definitely just do something just to sort it out and keep doing something for the greater good. Also, when you're doing you're scrubbing, as I do, sometimes when you get to this stage where you've got extremely soft baby skin underneath, instead of actually using this top bit, I try and almost just use this edge. So then, like, when I'm doing it, I'll just do it like that as opposed to like this, because this skin here is just unbelievably soft underneath and you don't want to scratch at it. So when we get to this stage, I'd suggest that you start using this, or you start using something even softer like a face cloth, something that's slightly coarse. But the danger with a face cloth is that you rub. This sort of thing just helps to just sort of, or even maybe with like, if you have like a makeup brush that's slightly coarse, or I'm not sure, I'm not sure what those brushes are called. God, I don't know. Or like one of those eyebrow spoolies, I think they're called. You know, pardon?
Foundation brush.
Foundation brush. I think they're soft. We're not very sure, but I think maybe with like a spoolie or something. At this point, you can see that it's obviously extremely cracked and dry, but what we don't want is for me to rub over it and then to make it bleed even more, because you can see it bleeds on its own anyway. So we want to try and just allow it to come through naturally. But as well, you can see the red under here. It goes through a few cycles of this. I think I'm in about my 4th or 5th cycle of this, so we just have to allow it to go through its process. See, if any of you have dogs, I'm covering half my phone number, but you get companies that stitch in your phone number, which are really, really good, especially if you've got dogs that are super duper active and are running around loads. So, which is what she's like, and if it's easy for her to lose a tag. So these type of collars are absolutely fantastic, and this one is fluorescent. We've had ones that light up. Yeah, they're great if your dog tends to lose its tag too. Hey guys, so today is one of the first days that I've seen a massive improvement in my skin. You can see that it's still quite red around my neckline and chest area, but overall it is fantastic. It has gone so far through 4 stages of the peeling off in massive flakes that kind of look like elephant skin. I kind of think that they look more like the Giant's Causeway, but this is the 5th time that it's happened. But each time the flakes get smaller and smaller and they're harder to come off. They also last a lot less time, which is great. This one is very itchy, as you can tell. My arms have made a stark, all of a sudden, improvement, and I could not be more delighted with it. They are really, really rough. You won't be able to tell that well, but they're actually really, really rough skin. The skin underneath is actually very, very soft. So far I've gone through 4 and this is my 5th one. However many you go through may be completely different to mine, and you will have a totally different experience to mine, as you're a different person to me. Yours may be far worse than mine, you may take a lot longer. The only advice I can have is to be super diligent and do everything that you can This sort of thing can often make you feel like you're completely out of control, but you're not. You're in control of a lot of things in your life, whether that be how much you're drinking, what you're eating, your exercise, not showering, not moisturising, not putting on Vaseline, taking away any of your triggers, whether that be food, mine is makeup, cosmetics, everything like that. You are in control of a lot of these things, and some people can be quite blasé with their allergies, but I think if you really, really want to kick it into high gear, you have to be very, very diligent. It is like a project, it is like a diet, it is like fitness regime, it's like a job interview, it's all of them in one, and you have to do your research, you have to do your due diligence, you have to be willing to actually carry on, you have to be able to push through, and you have to go further than the line. So kind of like mentally running over or past the finish line. So just now it looks like I'm very close to the finish line. However, I know that if you want to get rid of something, kind of like antibiotics, you finish the full course of antibiotics before deciding that you're done. So I know that although I've done this for a month, I will be doing it for a lot longer until I see a 100% improvement. I have seen a huge improvement just by doing this simple exercise. It has been so hard at so many points, but I am beyond amazed at my own body. I cannot believe that our bodies can sort of be shocked into doing the right thing. I'm also shocked that all this time I've been doing the wrong thing, whether that be adding water, using soap and water to clean my skin as I did for so long. There was so many recommendations to use water and muslin cloths to wipe and clean your skin, when actually the best thing to do is just to leave it and let it naturally run its course. And I always had baths, always used to try and soak my skin off, try and help it. I think if you do your research, you'll find the thing that works best for you. I would strongly recommend that you try the no moisture therapy or no moisture treatment, as it has worked absolute wonders for me and so many other individuals. It is something that is really, really hard, but I think the results are absolutely beyond worth it. I'll put a picture here of me before, and then you can obviously see me now. So it's very hard. Not washing your hair is very hard. Not moisturising when you want to socialise, letting the flakes come off, buffing off your skin. It's very strange doing the complete opposite of what you want to do, and not always being told not to itch. And you see just now, I don't even worry about it, because that's what your body wants you to do. They want you to get rid of the skin, get it off. It's quite amazing that we always think that a doctor or medical community or hearsay or what's in the grapevine is what is best for you. You know your body better than anybody else, and if something doesn't feel right, if a cream or a moisturiser or tablets or an exercise or whatever it is doesn't feel right, you know your body better than anybody else. So I'd just like to thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've really enjoyed this video and that you have found it useful. If so, please like and subscribe, and give me a comment down below if you have tried it, what your results were, if you are going to try it as a result of this video, and what other videos you'd like to see in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.